Packers in Week 3 with a 13-10 fourth-quarter comeback win. The Browns scored all of their points in the final 3 minutes and 38 seconds of the game to snap an 8-game losing streak dating back to last season. Cleveland's rookie kicker Andre Smith booted a 55-yard field goal as time expired to give them the win. Take a listen to Micah Parsons, though, on the crushing loss.
This is all part of adversity. Undefeated seasons, like, they're hard in the NFL. Like, let's be real. And sometimes, just like today, you to bed. That's just the reality of it. Like, it happens to the best teams. You know what I mean? Even the best Super Bowl champs make mistakes, and they pay for it early.
Micah said it right there. Sometimes you just make a little bit of a mess. What do you make of Micah Parsons' comments after the game?
I don't know. Maybe I done been in the Belichickian thing, I don't like none of that.
You dipped in the blood, you dipped in the cloud.
I don't like none of that, man. I don't like none of that, man. Like, we talking, he mentioned undefeated season, Super Bowl. Bro, what have you won? You haven't won anything yet. Let's keep the main thing the main here. I think this is my problem with it, Amina, is this. Okay, you go out here week 1, you smash the lines. Your debut in Green Bay, smashing success. The next week you're in primetime, you beat the Washington Commanders. Mm-hmm. Then all of a sudden, week 3, you visit the lowly Cleveland Browns, and y'all put up a stinker against the Cleveland Browns. And you just wonder, are y'all reading your own press clippings? You smelling yourself here? What's going on in that locker room? Because he's not the only one that was mentioning, undefeated seasons and stuff like that. So what's really going on in the locker room?
Yeah, we're a week from the comment from Rasheed Walker that says we have what it takes, or something along the lines that we could be an undefeated team. Hey, bro, slow down. Slow down. Jamie Foxx starred in the movie, but it's just not a movie. It's a saying. Any given Sunday. And any given Sunday, every single Sunday, you need to show up to play. I think these guys realize, and everybody's realizing, the Cleveland Browns, bro.
They got some animals on defense.
They got some dogs.
They can very well, and listen to this, they can very well be 2-1 right now. Okay, you lose the first week, not in convincing fashion, but it's it could have went this way or that way versus the Cincinnati Bengals. Then you follow up the next week, and Del Pitt is talking, and everybody's talking. It's hold on, y'all still Cleveland. But they did hold King Henry up under 30 yards rushing, so it's okay. Then you follow it up this week with playing a good Green Bay team, a hot Green Bay team, and then they come back and shut that down. So it's okay, the Cleveland Browns got something. If they can generate enough offense, their defense is championship type. Right. Okay? But at the same time, it's all right, Micah, let's keep the main thing. You know what I'm saying? And then let's not get distracted, about all the he say, she say things that can be cancerous.
Yeah. Stephen A. Micah Parsons talking about undefeated seasons and doing things in the bed. What's your reaction to his comments after the game?
Well, we just, certain people need to be drug tested earlier than later, and that would be him. I mean, that's really what it comes down to when you talking that kind of talk, because Jordan Love's your quarterback, and when you talk about somebody wet in the bed, I'll use my word, not his, that Jordan Love is good for that on a couple of occasions, if not more than that, during the season. Remember last year, from weeks 11 to 15, Jordan Love was playing lights out. He looked absolutely spectacular. His quarterback rating was at about 107. And then over the last couple of weeks of the season in the playoffs, it dipped precipitously to about 92. As the season waned, as the pressure mounted, he wilted. And that's what we're talking about. We're looking at a Jordan Love that we all know is ultra talented. The brother can play. He's very, very skilled. When you think about what you had in Brett Favre, and then after that, Aaron Rodgers, for him to be that successor to somebody like that, there's no shade on him whatsoever. He's worthy of it in terms of his talent, but his nerves in moments that count, when pressure mounts, is what you're looking for, and you've yet to really, really see that from him on a consistent basis, and that's what we're talking about here. Their leading receiver yesterday was Josh Jacobs, who's supposed to be your running back, who couldn't run for more than 30 yards. He had 5 receptions for 44 yards. I'm sorry, Matthew Golden, the rookie, had 52 yards. That was your leading receiver. Now, we can point to Cleveland and its defense being legit, no doubt about that. But you're the Green Bay Packers, and everybody's talking about a potential Super Bowl, how the arrival of Micah Parsons made you the best team in the NFL. And you're going into Cleveland, you're going on the road to Cleveland against Joe Flacco and Njoku and these boys, and you couldn't score more than 10 points to help your defense out. If you're the Green Bay Packers offense, I'm just saying that, you know what, that's not an accident. That's a concern that we've had about Green Bay coming into this. Once they acquired Micah Parsons, we weren't nearly as worried about their defense as we were about Green Bay's offense, because we always find ourselves asking, what is Jordan Love going to do? And after week 3 has been completed, not really completed because you still got a game tonight, but Sunday, week 3 has been completed, we still find ourselves asking those same questions about him.
Yeah, the Packers set to face the Cowboys next week, and I'm sure Micah Parsons will have a little bit of extra juice in that matchup as well. The Steelers improved, though, to 2-1 behind a strong defensive effort and a 21-14 win at the Patriots on Sunday. Pittsburgh forced 5 turnovers in the win, their most takeaways in a game since 2022. Aaron Rodgers threw for 2 passing touchdowns, eclipsing Brett Favre for the 4th most passing touchdowns in NFL history. Plus, he threw a second go-ahead passing touchdown in the 4th quarter this season. Stephen A., I'll start with you. Does the success of the Steelers hinge on Aaron Rodgers or on their defense?
It hinges on everything. The Steelers don't look good. I'm not impressed with them at all. I think it's a miracle that they're 2-1 on the season thus far. They're 30th in total offense. They have no running game to speak of, ranking 31st, averaging 2.8 yards per carry this season. That's on offense. And on defense, albeit because of...
Despite dealing with an injury throughout the first 2 weeks of the 2025 season, Green Bay Packers star Micah Parsons has made a huge impact in his new home. And moving forward, Parsons could be even more impactful now that his lingering back injury is officially behind him. Parsons has been able to play every game thus far this season, despite a questionable label on the team's injury report leading up to both games. And even though the Packers have limited his snap count, Parsons has made every snap he has played count, recording 1.5 sacks through the first 2 games. Fortunately, it seems like Parsons' snap count limit may soon be a thing of the past for him. On Wednesday, the Packers revealed their first injury report of the week, which did not include Parsons for the first time all season long, according to Packers beat reporter Rob Demovsky.
The impact Parsons has had on the Packers defense cannot be understated. Thus far this season, Green Bay has allowed the 3rd fewest yards in all of football, allowing an average of just 238 yards per game. That is quite the feat, considering the Packers have faced the Detroit Lions and Washington Commanders to start the season, 2 teams led by Pro Bowl quarterbacks that made the postseason in 2024. Now that Parsons is fully healthy for the first time all season, we should see the Packers defense take an even bigger leap into becoming one of the best in all of football, if they aren't already. While the Packers defense has been great with Parsons, the Browns defense, spearheaded by fellow elite pass rusher Myles Garrett, has arguably been even better, allowing the fewest yards of any defense through the first 2 weeks.
Parsons returned to AT&T Stadium with the Green Bay Packers to face the Cowboys on Sunday, 8:20 p.m. Eastern Time, NBC, brings to mind the ending of a relationship that at one time seemed as if it would last the pass rusher's entire career. In December, Parsons said, "Jerry's my guy." In April, Jerry Jones said Parsons was one of 3 people who have his personal cell phone number. Yet 4 months later, Parsons was traded to the Packers for defensive tackle Kenny Clark and first-round picks in 2026 and 2027 over what could be considered a misunderstanding. Last March, Jerry Jones thought he and Parsons had reached an agreement on a contract extension that sources said would have guaranteed him roughly $150 million. When the agreement was relayed to Parsons' agent, David Mulugheta, he told the team that he does Parsons' negotiations. Parsons contended the meeting with Jones was about leadership. Last week, he was asked if he felt it was a negotiation. "Nah, obviously he wants to know where I'm at, what I think. I'm thinking he wants to know where I'm at with the process." And that's what I thought. Obviously, none of that matters now. I'm here.
There is nothing in the collective bargaining agreement that explicitly prevents the discussions, although several agents said it is not a good look to circumvent them and go to the player who might not know all the details that could end up costing the player money. While the agents work for the players, they are also protecting their own interests by making sure they are involved in all parts of the negotiation. We have, not exaggerating, probably 30 categories we use to evaluate a deal, whether it's new money, old money, guarantee structure, whatever. One agent, who has experience doing deals with the Cowboys, said, "That's too many moving parts, and it takes more than a handshake."
In December, Parsons said Jerry's my guy. In April, Jerry Jones said Parsons was one of 3 people who have his personal cell phone number. Yet 4 months later, Parsons was traded to the Packers for defensive tackle Kenny Clark and first-round picks in 2026 and 2027 over what could be considered a misunderstanding. Last March, Jerry Jones thought he and Parsons had reached an agreement on a contract extension that sources said would have guaranteed him roughly $150 million. When the agreement was relayed to Parsons'